greatest damn show on you.
Why I cut my tag off, chat?
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
That sound better.
Welcome to the greatest damn show on YouTube.
There we go, chat. There we go, chat. Why is my camera looking foggy? Alright, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. I wasn't going to go live tonight. I was going to save it for a morning episode, but I'm like, you know what? We'll cover it in the morning, too, because it's just now, you know, a lot of this stuff just now breaking. But look. Oh, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. What we doing tonight, chat? What we doing tonight, chat? Who on the late night crew? OG Yosemite, I knew you was going to pop out to the late night. I know you in the break room with them plain ladies for me, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Shout out to the late night crew. We already at Plug After Dark, so y'all know what time it is. We at Plug After Dark. It might get like that, chat. It might just get like that, man. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We got Trump getting a huge win on mass deportations, man. Both sides feel different kind of ways about it. And we got Gen Z crashing out after a social media ban over there in Nepal. We got 14 unalived, over 450 injured. They said they was using tear gas, rubber bullets, even live rounds. We're going to get into that. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. Y'all know what time it is, chat. Where is that baby goat at, man? Where that baby goat at, man?
I told my niggas to mark my word, I guarantee that I'm next. I got the arms of a bodybuilder from the way that I flex. Might just hit the strip just to go blow me a check. They know what the fuck I'm on. They say they got some of the best gas, they call it Southern Joy. Chain on chain and ice on ice like Adam Sandler, I'm water boy. I know I'm all in the head. Bad bitch laying in my bed. Wait till I give her a sprint. I'm a master with the head. Don't let these social fool you, these niggas broke. I know that they ain't bought it. Ain't got no car but talking shit. Okay, then little walkie talkie. I told that bitch to come home. I ain't got time for no bitch that's healing. Puff the blood, she called me daddy. And I'm screaming out no dick. I'ma make sure that she come. I'ma fuck her good with my tongue. I know the night is still young. So baby, let's get it in. I know just how she like it. Tonight she spicy, she added a friend. They ain't identical, but they fuck alike. So in the bed, I call them twin. I call them twin. Bed, I call them twin. Bitch, and shoot a shoot. 1 + 1 = 2. What you tryna do? Go back for back, check a swoop for swoop. Either way it go, I'm on. Either way it go, I'm gone. Brody them just got like 100 on me, they tryna get them gone. What you call it, that wet? What's the name? And he put it in his song. Brody them got the purest powder, it's pink, you know this shit is strong. No diddy. I'm the type of nigga that turn my bitch up in each city. Brody cut out, we celebrating, we hit the gritty. I'm feeling like a baby, I'm tryna get that milk up out them titties. It's no question who young and the latest. If you want your bitch, then when she talking, hear her. If I want the bitch, I'm going Pittsburgh. Still her. I keep some on the side, I don't have trust in just the main bitch. Suck me up while I'm driving like damn, I'll die by this lane switch. Shit, different type of free, so we ain't never got a tussle. Throw it back like Miss London, and some of your life be hustle.
Oh man, double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are at Plug After Dark already, chat. If you are rocking with me on Plug After Dark, press 1, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling. We need to get to 100 likes and all of that good stuff. We got an action-packed episode, man. They're saying Trump just got a huge win on mass deportations, man. The Supreme Court just ruled in favor of Trump. Well, I ain't gonna say they ruled in favor of it. They're passing the buck off, we'll so to say. We're gonna get into that earlier. I haven't looked too much into it, but what I did see is that they don't need as much reasonable suspicion or probable cause to pull these people over. So it's looking like it's driving while Latino, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, chat. It's looking like you can get a DWL. Y'all know we always heard about the DWB, driving while black. Now we got the DWL, man. They saying that if you looking like you might not supposed to be here, man, they can pull you over now. So we seeing that coming. It's reminding me of the stop and frisk era. They said that anything, if you're Spanish speaking, brown skin, anything of that sort, man, they might just pull you in, man. That's crazy to me, chat. I'm not gonna lie, man. My whole life I've been black, chat. I've been pulled over driving while black a few times in my life. DWB was the only crime I committed, you know what I'm saying? Even had the police tell me, don't come back here, boy. Now we see it happen in the Latino community with these mass deportations, man. We're going to get into that in a minute. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people are not excited, man. I just think it's crazy that they're using this kind of language. Like, they're using it like we don't need as much probable cause or reasonable suspicion that you're illegal to pull you in for some questioning. Man, hey, you brown skin, we're going to pull you in. You speaking Spanish, hey, man, we're going to put you in. I just think it's crazy, chat. We're going to get into it later on in the show. We also got Gen Z currently crashing out over there in Nepal. Nepal just implemented a widespread social media ban. All of the platforms that did not register with them locally are gone. They're banned. It's looking like TikTok is having its way over there in Nepal right now. It's looking like I was reading the comments, man. But it's looking like Nepal is going crazy, man. They said 14 unalived, 450 injured, man. They said they're using live rounds, tear gas. They're using rubber bullets as well. I'm going to get into that here in a minute, too. About 26 platforms, some of the biggest platforms that you know, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, Discord, Clubhouse, all banned. Nepal, and Gen Z is going crazy. So I believe Gen Z is like from 1995 to 2010. I think Gen Z is 1995 to 2010, I believe. They're going nuts over there, man. They're in the streets. I'm going to call it a riot. They're saying protest. I'm going to call it a riot, man. Shit I seen look like a damn ride. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Also, we're going to carry over from this morning's episode. I got that clip of Wes Moore doing a photo op. And the people of Baltimore heckling him, man. Like, this is a damn photo op. We seen also the Department of War. We seen Hegseth go down to Venezuela. A lot of people are calling that a photo op as well. We're going to get into it, man. But yeah, chat, I know that we here right now, man, and it's a crazy time. I'm just gonna say it, man. It's a crazy time. I'm seeing a lot of the mainstream influencers, they're pushing a lot of narratives right now. Outside of the mass deportations and everything, they're pushing black on white crime. They're pushing a narrative, you know, and it's just crazy to me, chat, to see it. It even kind of spilled into my Discord earlier. I seen people tagging me in my Discord, kind of going back and forth, and I was really upset, man. I was really upset. I really didn't even get in there and get involved in that conversation because I had a lot to do today, chat. I had a lot to do, and when it comes to things like that, it was a debate, but I kind of see where it's stemming from. Even some of the talking points that was inside of this argument was mainstream media. It's like the narratives that we are seeing being pushed right now through X, Rumble, YouTube, everywhere, from both sides, from both races. They're being pushed, you know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy to see it in real time. It's crazy to see it in real time. What else do we got in this episode, man? What else do we have? Oh, the lady on the screen. The lady on the screen. Y'all see this lady on the screen right here? They're saying that she got 25 years in a prison. I believe she's in Dubai. We're going to get into the article, but I believe she's in Dubai. They said she had like 2 zips of soft on her, man. If you do not know what soft is, it is, I don't know if I can say it, man. It's a white powdery substance. You know the white powdery substance off of Snowfall. She got caught with a couple OZs of a white powdery substance in her apartment over there, man. And she's gonna get 25. She's gotten 25 years over there in one of those prisons. It's causing a lot of uproar. I think her Twitter, her ex post, not her ex post, but the ex post just speaking about her getting the 25 years for having a couple ounces of owner in her apartment. It's almost at 10 million views. I do got a clip. I haven't pulled it up yet. If somebody can drop it in the Discord, but I remember seeing Aiden Ross when he came back from Dubai. He did a live stream talking about how allegedly they were getting their substances. Fuck it, it's plug at the dark. I seen a clip of Aiden Ross saying how they getting the drugs over there in Dubai, man. And it was a crazy story, man. He said something about you get on some app, you text the app, and they send you a GPS location. You go out there and you dig it up. You dig the hole, and that's where you find your drugs. That's how they get in Dubai. So apparently this woman might have been out there digging for gold, chat. Got her couple ounces of blow, and don't know why the police came into the apartment, but we'll figure all of that out later. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. Double tap the screen, share the live out. Yeah, this is crazy, chat. Let I want to get into the stories, man, but I don't know, chat. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. 2025, like, it's just something in me telling me to have this conversation. Don't let narratives push you one way or another. No, I've not been to Dubai. I have not. Don't let narratives push you one way or another. Getting into these funnels, of certain type of content can shape your mind. It'll have you growing a hate towards a group of people that you probably don't even interact with. You know what I'm saying? You probably don't see them. Now, when you're being objective, be objective, state what you see. But when you have that underlying hatred in you, I'm not even going to say racism. I'm not even going to say prejudice. I'm going to say hatred, because that's what it is. It's a hatred. When you have that underlying hatred inside of you, man, figure out how to get it out of you, Just figure out how to get it out of you. Just don't hate, you know what I'm saying? If you dislike somebody, I dislike them, you know what I'm saying? But just all out hate is kind of crazy to me, Chad. It's kind of crazy to me. And disguised hate is even more crazier. Disguised hate is really crazy. Thank you, Lala, for the super chat. Thank you, Lala, for the super chat. And like I said, that's for both sides, man. That's for everybody, no matter what it is. Because we finna touch on some touchy topics tonight. We got the, hold on. Where the hell is my lighter at? Hold on, Chad. I gotta get my damn lighter. I forgot it's plug at the dark. It's plug at the dark. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the Islamic community, the Muslims in Texas. They got a guy out there. I don't know his name. We're gonna get into it, but he's going around to all of the Muslim stores, telling them, "Hey, man, you got to get that pork up out of there. You got to get these lotto tickets up out of here, and you got to get this alcohol up out of here, or we gonna protest. We gonna do whatever we have to do." So we gonna get into that too. It was just kind of you know what I'm saying, a little prelude. Work Hard Now says your American flags are trash, bro. Guess what? Work Hard Now. Nobody came to see you. You know what I'm saying? How about this? How about you just pick those shoes up that you left at the door when you came in here? You don't even got to pick them up and get out yet. Just find them. Just find your damn shoes, because I know you're not going to be able to take it, and we're going to have to escort you up out of here. So just find your shoes. Make sure you got your shoes, your bag packed and all of that. We'll send you with a to-go plate and everything. We will send you with a to-go plate. Just find your shoes, okay? Because I know you're not gonna last long. Let's get into the story though, chat. Let's get into the story. Puzzles, what it do, puzzles? All right, man. It's saying, this is from the New York Post. Glamorous law student sentenced to 25 years in hellhole Dubai prison where grape is an everyday occurrence over a coke bust. Somebody said her, the actual retweet says her fate is 25 years of dodging grape, $136,000 fine, and never having children. They're not gonna let her have children, or they're saying she's just too old. I don't know if they're trying to say that they're gonna remove her ovaries, or are they saying that she's just gonna be too old to have kids. But it says never having children because she had 2 ounces of blow in her apartment. Her trial was entirely in Arabic. Sadly, the UK doesn't go to bat for pretty British girls, only the people who assault them. All right, man, let's get into the article. Y'all see that girl right there, man. Let's get into the actual article. This is crazy, man. Mia O'Brien, a 23-year-old wannabe lawyer from the United Kingdom, received the devastating sentence after being found with 50 grams of the drug at an apartment in Dubai. Her mother said last week O'Brien must also pay $136,000 fine for the crime, which involved about $3,300 worth of the drug. She pled not guilty. They don't have a just trial over there. Distraught mom Danielle McKenna, 46, told the Daily Mail from her home in Merseyside, northwest England. She was just given a life sentence and has to serve 25 years. The trial was all in Arabic, and Mia was told of the sentence later by her lawyer. She is absolutely devastated by what happened. Mia is being really strong, but I know she is going through a living hell. The mom said her daughter, who was studying law at the University of Liverpool, is devastated after destroying her career chances. Mia feels like she destroyed her life as she wanted to be a lawyer. She just made a stupid mistake after going over there to see her friend and her boyfriend in Dubai. I don't think she was asked to bring anything back. She was caught with cocaine in an apartment. So chat, we heard about the Dubai parties, man, flying in, flying out. Do y'all think she was getting, pooped on? Do y'all think they was shitting on her for the money, man? I'm just gonna ask. This plug out the dark, man. They go to Dubai, they get shit and pissed on, they get 20, 30,000. We watched the clips of the girl talking about it. Hey, man, I'm just asking if y'all think that could be something that was going on. Her mom said it was just her and her boyfriend. It said it was about 50 grams, and there was 2 other people, her friend included. They have been charged with drug dealing. O'Brien is being held at Dubai's infamous Central Prison, which is known for its inhumane conditions, overcrowded cells, and brutal guards. Grape is an everyday occurrence at the lockup, where both guards and inmates engage in violent assaults, according to a report from Human Rights Watch last year. Mia says she has to sleep on a mattress on the floor and shares a cell with 6 others. The prison conditions are horrendous. There are no staff really. She has to bang on a big door if she needs anything. She's seen fights and says she's really scared. That sounds like any jail to me. You gotta bang on the door to get some damn attention, you know what I'm saying? Mats on the floor, 6 to a cell is crazy though. They're saying O'Brien is due to appeal her life sentence in the coming weeks. A GoFundMe set up by McKenna to pay her daughter's legal fees was shut down by the website for violating its terms, and the mother has resorted to sharing her bank details on Facebook to raise money. Damn. That's crazy, chat. 25 years for a couple zips, man. A couple zips of coke, man. Oh, let me play this clip. Let me find a clip of Aiden, chat. I want y'all to see Aiden talk about how they get drugs over there. Aiden talks about how they get drugs over there. And the process was kind of crazy. Alright, here you go, chat. This is crazy. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are 25 subs away from the next sub goal right here. It's right here. Right there. Right there. 25 subs away from the next sub goal. If it's your first time in my live stream, press 1 and I will give you a shout out if I can get to your name, man. Press 1 and I will give you a shout out. Here goes the clip of Aiden, no chat. Talking about how
in Dubai, what they do to do drugs, they basically, I don't know where it's through, I don't know what app it's through, but they basically will get texted coordinates and they have to dig it up. So like basically like, I don't know what app it is, whether it's a Telegram or a WhatsApp, whatever the fuck it is, they'll basically have coordinates and then it'll basically, you just dig it up.
There's no way it's that deep, bro.
I swear, they have to dig it up, it's like real coordinates and they dig it up.
Like on the beach?
It's in the middle of the desert. So in Dubai, what they do for
middle of the desert. So I'm assuming these people got packs everywhere in the middle of the desert. They probably only have certain increments that you can buy it in, you know, and they just got packs spread out in the desert. So when you text the app, he said it's an app. He did let that much be known. It's an app and you get coordinates. So I'm assuming that you probably pay in a cryptocurrency. You get some coordinates. You go out there and you dig up your product in the middle of the desert. It's crazy. That is crazy. This girl got 25 years in a Dubai. Well, she got a life sentence. Got in 25 years. I'm gonna play it one more time, chat, so y'all can see, chat. This is how deep it is, man. Listen, going over to Dubai, playing with those folks and playing with them drugs and shit was never on the agenda for me. Like, I don't know why people want to go out of the country and fuck around and find out, but it's crazy, bro. Like, she fucked around and found out, man. She went to Dubai about that damn plane. Then she didn't even get caught trafficking it. She didn't even get caught, like, bringing it into the country. Like, she was in her apartment. How the fuck the police get in her apartment? Somebody told on her? Was she acting erratic? Was she acting high, suspicious? Was it an altercation? Did somebody snitch her? How the fuck they know it was 2 ounces of coke in her house? In her apartment? Was she set up from the beginning? What do they say? Questions to ponder, chat. But let me play this.
To do drugs, they basically, I don't know where it's through, I don't know what app it's through, but they basically will get texted coordinates and they have to dig it up. So like basically like, I don't know what app it is, whether it's a Telegram or a WhatsApp.
You said,
or
hold on.
They'll basically have coordinates and then it'll basically, you just dig it up.
There's no way it's that deep.
I'm playing
I swear,
the
they have to
wrong
dig
clip,
it up,
chat.
it's like real coordinates and they
You said I'm treating him like he's a journalist. No, I'm treating him like he's getting high. This is Aiden Ross. He signed a $20-30 million kick deal, $40 million kick deal, and he's over there in Dubai. I'm pretty sure if anybody knows how to get high in Dubai, it's probably Aiden. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, man. It's a few people. Ashley Larry is probably one. Anybody watch the Chappelle show? Ashley Larry in Dubai, he'll probably get high. Aiden Ross in Dubai will probably get high, bro. Let's be real, man. Let's just be fucking real. Aiden Ross probably is getting high in Dubai, man. I said I was gonna shout y'all out. Hold on. C. Lorraine, highly classified, and Dennis, welcome in. Hope y'all subscribe. Joyce, hope you subscribe. Okay, that's all of them. Double tap the screen, shut a live out, chat. Yeah, I can't believe that, though. You said, why do y'all even need to kiss in public with all the sounds and all of that? I don't know. I'm not really a big affectionate person, man. I'm not really big on PDA. I'm not really big on PDA, chat. I don't know. It's just, I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. Where's that clip of Wes? Where is that clip of Wes? All right, here goes the clip of Wes Moore that I was gonna talk to y'all about, man. This is the clip of Wes Moore. Oh, I also had some clips too. Did y'all see all the shit that was going on at the VMAs? Like with all the ritualistic shit, man. You got people coming up out of sewers. You got Lady Gaga in some red shit with women in cages and shit. You got Ariana Grande like she getting took the hell up or something, man. What is going on with the VMAs, chat? Like, what's up? Did y'all see that? It's crazy, man. Like, dang. I don't know, chat. It's a lot going on right now, bro. It's a lot going on. I didn't even watch the VMAs. I just been seeing all the shit go viral, man.
You to walk down after we done lost people in the Park Heights. 5-year-old was shot in the hand. So this is about photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op, right?
This Wes Moore walking down the street in Baltimore. They saying that Wes Moore, the view, whoever's out there heckling him, saying he's doing this as a photo op, saying he got security all around him, man. But this is Wes Moore strolling through the streets of Baltimore, chat.
Why'd you to walk down after we done lost people in the Park Heights? 5-year-old was shot in the hand. So this is about photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op. And you're gonna ask the president to walk the street with you. But look what you got walking with you. Y'all won't walk the street like this by yourself. But look what you got walking with y'all. All of this. All of this. How much money y'all spending for this? Photo ops. Don't touch me. Look at that. Photo ops.
Chat, I'm finna put some damn socks on, cause damn P, your punk ass coming here every night asking where's my ankle monitor like I'm just a damn in trouble or something on house arrest. You know what? I'm finna put some socks on, cause y'all not finna look at my damn toes. Hold on.
2 little girls walking Park Heights. 2 little girls walking Park Heights now. This is photo op. Photo op. Look at her. Look at her. 5-year-old girl got shot in the hand. But y'all didn't come up here then. But now this is photo op because Trump said something. So now y'all want to come up here. Because Trump done said something. Trump done made you move now. Trump done made a move now.
Hey, man.
Now they want to come up here.
Let Trump know you can have the ball.
Yeah, he can't have it. He can't have it. He can't have it. They cheat.
Put my damn socks on. Look, man, ain't no damn ankle monitor, chat. Yeah, I left it strung out so it could be funny like the damn Grinch stole Christmas. I don't got no damn ankle monitor, chat. Tell them to quit playing with me saying I got an ankle monitor.
The murder numbers in the city of Baltimore as well.
The hell is wrong with them saying I got an ankle monitor, man? Ain't no damn ankle monitor.
They see cheating on the crimes, everything in the city of Baltimore.
Oh, double tap the screen, shut a live out, man. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. If y'all having a good time in this live stream, press 2, man. Let me go back to start this clip. I missed the damn clip trying to put these socks on for damn P-punk ass.
Why'd you to walk down after we done lost people in the Park Heights? 5-year-old was shot in the hand. So this is about photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op. And you're gonna ask the president to walk the street with you. But look what you got walking with you. Y'all won't walk the street like this by yourself. But look what you got walking with y'all. All of this. All of this. How much money y'all spending for this? Photo ops.
Step to the side for me.
Don't touch me. Look at that. Photo ops. 2 little girls walking Park Heights. 2 little girls walking Park Heights now. This is photo op. Photo op. Look at it. Look at it. 5-year-old girl got shot in the hand. But y'all didn't come up here then. But now this is photo op because Trump said something. So now y'all want to come up here. Because Trump done said something. Trump done made you move now. Trump done made a move now.
Hey, man.
Now they want to come up here.
Let Trump know you can handle it. You can handle all this.
Yeah, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. Can't handle it. They cheating on the murder numbers in the city of Baltimore as well. They cheating on the crimes. Everything in the city of Baltimore. This ain't nothing but a photo op.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I got some people I fuck with from Baltimore, like a group of people. Like I met them online, and it's like one thing about those Baltimore people, like they stick together. Like they'll meet somebody online and go meet up with them that day, like, and just hang out and then become friends and shit. But I tell them all the time, Chad, like, no disrespect to the people of Baltimore, but I don't have no fucking business in Baltimore. Like, I don't want to visit there. I don't want to go there. Like, I just ain't got no damn business. It's just some places I don't have no business, Chad. Like, I don't got no damn business in Baltimore, man. Like, it's nothing I could do in Baltimore other than visit some people, man. And I tell them that all the time. Like, look, they like, Plug, you got to come out Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? How do they say? They say, Doug. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Doug. You got to come out to Baltimore. Nah, bro. Like, I ain't got no business in Baltimore, Chad. Just like y'all probably ain't got no business from a couple cities where I'm from. Like, straight up. Like, if somebody just says, hey, look, I'm finna go visit Little Rock. For what? For what? That's the first thing I'm gonna ask them. Who you going to see? For what? Like, that's just not a place. Like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Like, my state's not. It happens in my state as well. That's what I'm looking for. Don't feel bad, Maryland. I might go to Maryland. I'm just not going to Baltimore. Y'all might come to Arkansas. Oh, Little Rock. Like, I'm not from Little Rock, but I'm not going there. Like, just to hang out for what? What business do I got over there, chat? Unless I, you know what I'm saying, seeing somebody. Then we might well meet a city over for what? Not going over there. You said, what's the context of this video? This is Wes Moore walking. Oh, hold on. Let me get back to where we was at. This is Wes Moore walking out in the Baltimore streets. He's being heckled right now. He's being heckled by some of the residents of the city. They're saying that you only came out here for a photo op. You got all of these police with you. You haven't been out here until Trump made you come out here. If it weren't for Trump talking about sending those people in here, we would have never seen you, Mr. Wes Moore, is what this guy's saying. How true is that? I don't know. I don't know. Would I visit Idaho for what? No, I mean, yeah, I would visit if I had something going on there, but just to go to Idaho, no. For what? No. No.
Trump done made a move now.
Hey, man.
Now they want to come up here.
Let Trump know you can handle it. You can handle all this.
Yeah, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. Can't handle it. They cheating on the murder numbers in the city of Baltimore as well. They cheating on the crimes. Everything in the city of Baltimore. This ain't nothing but a photo op. They don't care nothing about nobody in no Park Heights. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't can't talk to me. I'm talking. I'm busy. I'm on my job. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's what it is. Follow up.
Man said he doing his job. Said he's doing his job, man. Said him as a Baltimore resident is doing his job. Wes Moore did say he will not be running for the 2028 presidential election. He will not try to become the Democratic nominee. He's more focused on retaining the governor position. He's more focused on retaining that governor position, man.
The little girls walking the park heights. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. But they won't come down here with me.
No, we spoke about the Ukrainian girl the other day, but no, I am not the killer of the Ukrainian girl. He's in jail. He couldn't look this damn good, and I don't paint my fucking fingernails. If y'all haven't noticed, I don't paint my fucking fingernails, bro. Like, he had white fingernail polish on. Stop playing with me.
They won't come down here when people get shot. They don't come down here when children get shot. They don't come down.
Dude's a sick, crazed freakazoid, man. He's just sitting in the damn car. Ladies on her phone. He wants to jump out and, you know what I'm saying, do all this wild shit. He's walking around. Yeah, bro, like, look, man, I don't got no damn fingernail paint on. I wouldn't damn dare paint my fingernails.
Women get shot.
Talking about the world's biggest potato is in Ohio. I don't like French fries that much, Dorsey, or baked potatoes.
But they come down here when Donald Trump says something. This ain't nothing but photo op. This ain't nothing but photo op. Yeah, they don't come down here.
Oh, y'all say he ain't in jail? Oh, well, if he ain't in jail, he damn sure not on YouTube doing a live stream right here at 11:36 p.m. If he's not in jail, he's damn sure not on live right now.
Hey, don't push up on me. Push up on me for. I ain't wrong. I ain't wrong.
He said he ain't wrong, and he is not wrong, Chad, is what he stated, man. That's crazy. That's crazy, Chad. We're gonna move on into the next story. I got another story before. Oh yeah, this is what I was tripping on, Chad.
And says that the department will.
Hold on, man. This from Pete Buttigieg. I went over there and checked out Pete Buttigieg's page, man, because we did the chat GPT yesterday, and they said it's looking like if the Democrats are split, it's looking like Pete might get the nod according to chat GPT and lose to JD Vance. But this is what Pete was talking about today. I didn't know that Trump did this, though. I haven't been flying ever since all of those planes started coming down, Chat. Ever since all of the planes started dropping out of the sky and crashing and shit like that, I haven't been on a plane. Have I? No, last time I flew, Chat, was in November when we went to Arizona to cover the election. I haven't flown since November. But I didn't know that Trump rolled back the compensation from the flyers, like the airlines. If you get a delay or something happens, you know how I guess over the last couple of years you've been able to get reimbursed for that. Yeah, they said Trump ended all of that, and Pete Buttigieg was talking about it today. So let's hear from him. I don't know if this is him speaking or if this is just something that he reposted. He posted this and said over and over, the Trump-Vance administration is tearing down rules that protect ordinary people from mistreatment by corporations. Now it's happening in the airline sector. So let's go to the video.
Transportation Department statement to CNN says that the department will, quote, implement all aviation consumer protection requirements mandated by Congress, unquote. Have enough?
Translate that. In plain English, what that means is they will not do anything to protect passengers unless Congress makes them. We did everything we could within the authorities that Congress provided, and that meant going above and beyond the minimum, using the legal authority the department had to do things like make sure that you did get your money back automatically, to set strict rules on how that would work, to hold airlines accountable on things like their promises around seating you with your family, transparency around fees, so many other things that I think are really important. Look, the reason we did this was because so many passengers were having such a frustrating experience with the way they were being treated by airlines. And I think that it's very important for a department to stand up for passengers. But I got to tell you, in the Trump administration, we're seeing decision after decision that tilts in favor of corporations and against consumers. With credit cards, they've allowed banks to increase junk fees and late fees. With the FTC, you've seen this conservative push that means that now it's easier for companies to trap you in a subscription that you don't want. And, I always wondered if that was going to, or when that was going to happen on the airline side. Now it looks like it's underway with this news. And again, some signals from the Trump administration that they might be clawing back more passenger protections that, as of today, we already enjoy.
That's crazy to me, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. Them rolling that back is really crazy to me, man. That really is. Alright, man. This is the part of the show where it gets really crazy, Chad, man. This the VMA shit I was telling y'all about, man. I don't know what the hell is going on in the industry, Chad, but we gotta protect these damn kids, man. This is what Lady Gaga had going on, bro. I don't know what the hell Lady Gaga. People that pay her is the same people that promote the damn drill music, same people that promote the damn industry. Let's be real. Let's be real. Watch this. Y'all think that's the only one? Hold on. Let's look up Ariana. I think I'm spelling her damn name wrong. Oh, it might be in this thread right here. They got videos of Lady Gaga throwing up, making herself throw up at shows. What? Yeah, this is crazy, Chad. I'm not gonna lie. I can't find that video of Ariana Grande, but y'all can go find it, man. They doing a whole breakdown on this shit, talking about it was a ritual. Like, who's the audience for this shit? You said better go watch Teletubbies. I think I'd rather watch college football than Teletubbies.
Build a website you love.
Listen, we could build a website that we love, but it'd be better if we didn't have no damn ads. How about that? If we didn't have no damn ads, that'd be better.
This was one of the most violent days Nepal has seen in years. Outside.
Alright, so this is the main topic. We're gonna talk about this in the morning too, chat, as more develops, but this is in Nepal. This is in Nepal. They are protesting. I'm calling this shit a riot, man. Fuck it, it is what it is, man. Protest, riot, man. They are different, but hey, it is what it is. They banned social media over there. Most of the social media is banned over there. I'm gonna let you guys in on what they lost access to. It says Nepal recently banned approximately 26 major social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, X, after they failed to register with the government as per a Supreme Court order. The ban, implemented on September 8, 2025, led to widespread protest and has since been lifted by the government following the unrest. What was banned? The government ordered a block on 26 social media messaging platforms that had not complied with regulations to register locally. This included Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, YouTube, WhatsApp, X, LinkedIn, Snapchat, Reddit, Discord, Pinterest, Signal, Threads, WeChat, Quora, Tumblr, Clubhouse, Mastodon, Rumble, VK, Line, IMO, Zalo, Soul, and Hamro Petro. Why was it banned? The ban was enacted to enforce a Supreme Court ruling and the government directive requiring online platforms to register with authorities. The stated reasons included the need to address the spread of misinformation, hate speech, fake news, and other online crimes facilitated by unregistered platforms. The ban sparked widespread protests, particularly from young people in the capital of Kathmandu. The protests became violent, I started calling them riots, with reports of numerous deaths and injuries. Following the unrest, the government reversed the ban and restored access to the platforms. Look like they rose up. I'm not gonna lie, it looked like they rose up. It looked like Gen Z took to the streets, man, to get that shit together on their end, man. On their end, it looks like Gen Z took to the streets. They're saying that Gen Z is from, I believe, 95 to 2010. They said they wasn't going for that shit. They was out in the streets. They lost 19, I believe it was it 19? I think it was 14. The death toll might have risen to 19. I think at the time that I was pulling this, it was at 14, but it might have risen to 19 with about 450 or more injuries. 450 or more injuries. They said they were using rubber bullets, gas, and live rounds as well. I'm finna get into the clip.
This was one of the most violent days Nepal has seen in years. Outside Parliament in Kathmandu, thousands of mostly young protesters clashed with police. Officers deployed water cannons, tear gas, rubber bullets, and in some cases even live rounds. A witness described ambulances taking the injured to hospitals. They also say they saw a group of protesters stopping a security vehicle heading towards Parliament and setting an ambulance on fire. Now, the immediate trigger was the government's ban on social media platforms, including Facebook, after companies failed to register with authorities. Now, the government also says that social media users with fake IDs have been spreading hate speech and fake news and committing fraud on these platforms. For Nepal's Gen Z, the shutdown isn't just
with fake IDs. So they're saying fake IDs. So now you know that in I believe it's across the water under the Europe. You know, they just put out the social media ban to where the Child Online Protection Act, to where you have to log in with a credit card, face scan, or an ID, right? Now, take what they're doing over there. They're saying, oh, it's to protect children, make sure you're old enough to see this kind of stuff. Now, slide over to Nepal. They're saying they're banning all this social media for fake news, misinformation, and what else did it say? Hold on. Hold on, check. Oh, hate speech. Misinformation, hate speech, and other online crimes. So when you look at what they're doing over there, saying, oh, we're doing it to protect children. Now, the other country is saying, oh, we're doing it to stop hate speech, fake news, and spreading lies. So do you really think that they both have different objectives? Or do you think they have a common goal? Either way it goes, it's the same thing. They know exactly who is saying what, and they got your ID tied to it, your face scan tied to it, or your credit card tied to it. So they finna come, it's crazy. It's crazy, chat. Big Brother is here. I showed y'all the meta glasses that the Harvard students hacked earlier. It's crazy, chat. Let me get back into the rest of the video.
Just about social media. It's become a protest against alleged corruption and frustration with their leaders. Now, doctors at several major trauma centres say they're treating dozens of people with gunshot wounds to the head and chest. Many of them remain in a critical conditions. And they're warning that...
I seen a video on X. They shooting big bullets. They not shooting 9s, 40s. They shooting big bullets. I seen a dude getting held like this. They had him held. I'm talking about like all of this just gone out the back of his head. Somebody pushed one right through his head out there about this social media ban and overthrowing well, I ain't gonna say overthrowing, but at being upset with their government. They say they was using live rounds. I seen the video of dude just laid out. I'm talking about they holding them like this. All of this is gone. Gone.
The death toll could climb. For now, the army is keeping things under control.
It's crazy, man. People said you should get a real ID, Chris. I'm not gonna lie, Chris. I'm probably gonna go get my passport. As soon as my record seal gets done, man, I'm gonna get a passport. It's over. I will be showing my passport, man.
Tonight, President Trump's alleged birthday drawing to Jeffrey Epstein released. The raunchy no part.
Man, I'm not trying to watch that, man. What the hell is going on? Hold on, chat. Shit crazy. Y'all double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. We go live every single night over here talking current events, entertainment, and politics, man. Every single night over here. Oh yeah, they said J-Lo was out there in underwear at the VMAs, I think, Chad. I think they said J-Lo was out there in the underwear. I seen a video of Britney Spears tripping too, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't think they bullshitting. I don't think they bullshitting, Chad. 19, it said 19, the death toll is 19 now. Police open fire on young protesters. The United Nations demands a transparent probe after protesters killed unalived in forceful clashes. So the UN is demanding internal I ain't gonna say internal, a transparent probe. It's great. That's a lot of people out there, bro. The minister resigned. So TikTok was the only platform that they allowed to keep running because TikTok complied. I guess they registered locally. So they said Gen Z used TikTok to mobilize. They used TikTok to all meet up out there and do what they had to do. So they lift the social media ban. Hold on. Nepal lifts social media ban hours after deadly Gen Z protest caused 19 deaths. So they put the social media ban on. They mobilized through TikTok, went out there, effed up everything. 19 people lost their lives. 450 people were hurt. They got their social media back, man. They took to the streets and went crazy. Minister Gunrung says the ban ended to respond to Gen Z's demands and calm unrest. This is in Nepal, man. Oh, I did see that cat daddy, man. The little kid that went down and ate that Chick-fil-A and the police took him home. I did see that. I think he was 4 years old, 4 or 5 years old. Walked to the Chick-fil-A. Boy, they fed that boy. What did he just roll? What was that he just rolled at the police? That is crazy. Oh, they hitting him with the hose. Dang, chat. What? What? Did y'all see how that water hose just ragdolled him, bro? That's coming off of the truck. They just hit him with the water hose off the truck, chat. Wow. Double tap the screen, shut Alive out. We are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. It ain't no way they just sprayed that man like that with a fire truck. Man, like his feet came off the ground, chat. Like the water hit him so hard his feet came off the ground. What? I gotta slow it down, chat. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I gotta slow that down, bro. Like, what? That is crazy. Damn. It flipped him over a whole nother person, chat. Wow. What's up, Corey World? What's up, Penguin? What's up, XX? What's up, Carlos? What's up, Lala? What's in here? Maddie B, what's up? Double tap the screen, shut a live out, y'all. Corey World said I can piss harder than that. Corey World, if you can piss harder than that, you probably backed up, bro. You're probably backed up. That's crazy, man. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. I'm finna open up the phone lines, chat. I'm finna open up the phone lines, man. Dorsey, you always try to call in the middle of the damn show while I'm trying to work my magic. Hold on. I ain't gonna lie. Candace did an interview, chat, but I ain't really trying to see nothing about no damn Brigitte. I'm not trying to talk about her, man. We're gonna talk about the French government collapsing, man. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow in the morning, but I'm not really trying to talk about that one, man. I don't know them like that. I be so lost when she's talking about it. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I get really lost when she's talking about it. Oh shit, Tucker Carlson went on Piers Morgan today. We can watch that. We can watch some of that, Chad.
It's a complete lie.
We can watch some of that. I was only gonna be on here an hour, and I was gonna get off because I have to get up in the morning. But we can watch that. Oh, Dorsey called. Let me call him back.
What up, plug?
Not much. What's going on, Dorsey?
Oh, not much, man. When you don't pick up on the third try, man, I know I can catch up with you later. I ain't tripping.
Already. How you feeling about today's topics?
Oh, man, them YNs ain't no joke, yeah? Are we right? Oh, not much, man. Hey, them young Nepalese, see, them people right there, look, those people used to be a very peaceful people back then when the Dalai Lama, Nepal, the Buddhists, right?
Right.
They took away their leader, the ones who always told them, hey, keep it calm, keep a level head. The results, right? See, when the young people have an interest in something and you take it away, they're not going to just sit there and take that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was in the 60s when they was drafting the boys and sending them over to Vietnam. They was like, no, we ain't taking this shit. And for whatever reason, them young bucks didn't shoot back. You understand where I'm coming from?
And this
See,
is
that's
what
the
it
beautiful thing
says.
about.
To legally obtain a firearm license, an individual must be a Nepali citizen, be at least 21 years old, have no criminal record, pass a background check, submit a written application to the district administration's office, provide a valid reason for ownership, obtain approval from the Ministry of Home Affairs. The license must be renewed annually. Firearm and ammunition must be stored securely. Valid reasons for ownership typically include personal security, hunting, or protection from wild animals. Commonly permitted firearms include single and double barrel shotguns, rifles, pistols, revolvers, air rifles, and airsoft weapons, which are treated similarly to other firearms under the law. However, private individuals are prohibited from acquiring, possessing, or using military-grade weapons such as tanks, mortars, machine guns, unless explicitly authorized by the government. Automatic weapons and other military-grade firearms are strictly prohibited for civilian use. The government has also imposed a ban on carrying licensed weapons in, certain places. But yeah, it's not easy to get a gun over there.
Well, shoot, like I said, man, they gonna bare knuckle with the government, right? You know what I'm saying? Them kids mostly men though, ain't it? I ain't seen that many women running out there, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of women. I'm looking at a bunch of women right now.
Okay, so they really, they serious about their Facebook, huh? You know what I'm saying? Because that's just really what it is social media for people to meet other people, talk. That's what but false information and so forth ain't nothing new. It's called gossip, ain't it? So I don't really think. I think that something is happening, man, and we ain't been privy to it. The governments all around the world are real nervous, and they trying to shut down communication. I went to the library the other day, and they said all the computers were shut down, and they weren't allowing no. And I was like, damn, is that all the libraries? But at the other library, it wasn't. So I don't know, man. I just think that something's going to happen, and we ain't been told what's really going on in the world.
Official story.
No, for sure. I think what it is, it's the internet, man. It's like shit. It's censorship. They took away 26 apps from those people in one day. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they had was TikTok, and they used TikTok to get together and do this.
Yeah, but what if they see some shit and they blocking off that one area? You know what I'm saying?
Man, when you talking about 450, when you talking about 450 citizens injured, 19 dead, man, that shit wasn't finna stop. They was ready to ride that out, and it was young people. They had the energy.
Yeah, I mean they got more energy than the people here. Nobody complaining about what's going on, but I don't see nobody out here, putting their neck on the line.
Yeah, they be.
Once they sent the Marines, when they sent the Marines in, everybody, they pussied up. If you really believe in something, regardless, ain't nobody tell you to run up there and fight with the Marines, but that don't mean that you back down for what you represent. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, if you see this video, I can't show it on YouTube, but I'll put it in the Discord. Man, they was out there shooting them people, man, blowing them down.
Point blank.
Talking about shooting them in the
Jackson
head.
State University.
Shooting them in the head.
Headshot. Yeah, and they weren't playing with no little 30 caliber bullets. Them were 50, 60 caliber bullets. And you gotta understand, man. When you get the military involved, you just opening up a killing machine. It ain't no arrest. It ain't no detaining. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they could have used rubber bullets. They didn't do that.
Boy, a 60 cal bullet is for a tank. I think they was out there shooting regular shit. I don't think they was shooting at net pig, but they was shooting. They was shooting chopper bullets.
Ryan.
Let me see, man. I'm finna. Nah, go ahead, Dorsey. I'm finna see.
Did you ever see Private Ryan the first 5 minutes?
I probably did, but I don't really remember movies.
When old boy got hit with that 50 caliber and it chopped him up like dog meat.
No, I don't remember that part. Go ahead though.
Okay, but like I said, those people have been oppressed and suppressed for a long time, and their only way to see the outside world. I mean, look, think about it, man. You way up in the mountains, man. 2,000 miles from civilization. Himalayas. Ain't shit going on but goats, snow. That's it. And the only way for you to get, to escape all of that cloudy, dismal days, cold, is to look at social media and get to talk to people maybe 200 miles away from you, on the next gorge or something. So, those kids, man, they depend on that to be a part of the world, man. Don't nobody want to be stuck somewhere isolated, don't know what's going on, ain't no music. They depend on it also for music. Hey, man, entertainment, man. Hey, man, people go crazy. They like, we ain't put... You understand where I'm coming from? I mean, that's... It's addictive. Real. Can you put your phone down for 24 hours?
Yeah, I did 7 months in the county.
I think you had to. That's the difference. It's like I just smoked weed for 7 months.
Shit. I mean, I just didn't have my phone for like 3 days. Remember, I broke my phone and didn't have it for like 3 days.
Okay. That kind of count. Okay. But did you feel lost without it?
Not really, shit. I just use it to, recharge. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And when you really think about it, man, it's just like electricity. When they turn the lights off, what do? You grab a candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Same thing with social media and so forth. When that shit go off, guess what you finna do? If you got cable, you finna watch TV. Am I right or wrong? You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's there. What's up with the drip? If it's there, no, I guess if it's right there. But yeah, when they cut it off, it's a difference, and especially being so abrupt.
Okay, so imagine you in Texas, so there's a hurricane come through, knock out all the cell towers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Up service for what? A week? You see where I'm coming from? So would you be like really, really, really worried about your broadcasting on YouTube, even though you're missing out on a week's worth of work and creativity?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I was. If some shit like that happened, you got bigger problems.
Okay, then. So think about it. The passion that you have towards your work, right? And you love what you do, bro. Keep it real. Right or wrong?
Yeah, I do. I like hanging out.
Okay, so if you was taken off air by just natural disaster, whatever, for a week, wouldn't that put something on you? Wouldn't you feel some kind of way about that, missing out on that 1 week?
Shit, that just did me like that. Hell, I just was banned on here for 2 weeks. You wasn't around. I was banned on here for 2 weeks. Clip. It wasn't nothing I could do. Hell yeah, I was mad.
What you say, man? What you say?
It was even crazier. It wasn't even what I said. It was what somebody else said.
Oh, okay. So,
that's when I was doing the panels. I fell asleep one night on the panel and woke up to my shit gone.
And you got fired on your day off?
Sleep on the job. Sleep on the damn job.
Wreck your shit, huh? So sleep at the window.
Mm-hmm.
Wreck your shit. Okay. 2 weeks in the shop, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, 14 days. That's
Yeah,
where
do
that's when I
research.
went and made Bigo. I went and made the Bigo account. I didn't have a Bigo until they banned me on here, and now I got a community over there as well. A lot of, not a lot, but a few of the people y'all see in the chat now is people I met from Bigo. A few of the people in the Discord is people I met from Bigo. I got a whole, it's like the same community, a shared community. It's not the same because we got the greatest damn channel on YouTube, but it's a shared community. My community on Bigo, it's not this. But it's that, you know what I'm saying? They're different. Similar but different, you know what I'm saying? Bigo is more, people got a little bit more, it's more, people got more access to me on Bigo. Like you can just jump up and holler at me. Like over here, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
man. That's a cult, nigga.
like here, you got to call in, wait till I put the number up, or even when I was doing the panel, hold on, even when I was doing the panels, I had to bring you up. On Bigo, it's kind of like I can be on a solo live where nobody can come up, or I can be on a open panel where 11 people can come up and just talk to me. So I kind of teach social media growth over there, talk about parents and I just, you know, all kind of shit, really, honestly. But it's different. I wouldn't have never had that account had they not clipped my YouTube though.
Okay. So there's another side to the plug. Huh?
I mean, yeah, I got 3 YouTube channels. I got 3 channels on YouTube. I just don't promote them. I don't cross promote them.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's good. That's good because, you know, I can't have too much of you, man. You know, you already get me hype and shit, so.
Yeah, I got this channel. I have another channel where I've been doing gaming on it lately. I haven't really figured out exactly what I want to do on it. It was more of like a motivational self-help channel, shit like that. And then I have a channel that I started a while back. I only got 2 videos posted on it. But I got them private right now. But it's called No Trauma Bond, and it's where people call in and, you know, cuss out their boss or whoever the fuck they want to cuss out. Just, you know, just pour out all their emotions so they don't go to work and get fired tomorrow.
That's a pretty good show. Okay. But back to the subject about them people in Nepal. Now, the other one was, what was the other subject we was talking about? You know what I'm
Gen
saying?
Z crashing out and then Trump with the mass deportation. I really didn't get into it. I was trying to save it for in the morning, but
okay.
Basically,
Well,
they're saying the Supreme Court ruled to lax is basically lax. The ICE officers have more freedom to move around now. They're gonna be pulling people over. If you speak Spanish, they can pull you to the side, ask you for your shit. Driving while black has now turned to driving while brown. If you driving while brown, they can damn near pull you over and holler at you.
Oh well, hey, now you know how we feel. But one thing I wanted to point out to you, you know Gaga is the name of a demon, right?
Who?
Lady Gaga.
Oh, Lady Gaga. Okay, I didn't know what you said.
Yeah, but Gaga is the name of a demon. Google it. It'll tell you right there and there.
I'm not pulling that shit up on my Google search, man. I'm from the South, Dorsey.
Okay.
Not that deep
but
South.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
All that demonic, satanic stuff that they doing now, and it's up to the parent, man. Because first of all, what time is it on? Like 10 o'clock?
What time is what on?
What was that? The VMA
Awards?
Shit,
I don't know. I don't
whatever?
remember watching that. Man, once the BET Awards fell off, man, I quit watching all that shit.
Right, but you know what? Lady Gaga performing that kind of stuff, you wouldn't think that kids would have access to watching that. The teenagers is watching that, and you know how when the teenagers is watching something, the little ones want to hang around and watch it too, right?
Right. Gerald said, what you know about 6'8'9"? I don't know. I know about 5'8'9", Gerald. I know about 5'8'9". I don't know about 6'8'9". I don't know about 5'8'9", Gerald. Go ahead, though.
Okay. So anyway, so what I'm saying is, that's the responsibility of the parent to keep their children away from that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even back then, we couldn't watch certain things on TV. You know what I'm saying? This is me. I'm an old time dude, right? Look, when you under 13, your bedtime is 9 o'clock. Okay? Clock. You ain't 13. If you is 12, your bedtime on a weekday is 9 o'clock.
Man, listen, Dorsey. Hold on, Dorsey. I don't know what the hell. Now y'all dropping area codes and shit. When you said what you know about 689, I didn't know what the hell you was talking about. If that's your area code, shout out to you. Matty B said 703. Shout out to him. I said 589 because I thought you was talking about some crypto shit. I thought you was talking about XRP. That's why I said 589. I thought you might have just typed 6 on accident, but I don't know. I'm lost. Go ahead, Dorsey.
Oh, they throwing out area codes? Oh, okay. So anyway, the parent is key to keeping this kind of bullshit from getting in this household, right? First of all, any parent that had let their kid have a cell phone at 10, I don't care what you say, you asking for trouble. You asking for the devil to come in your house, right? That's me. That's Dorsey, okay?
But what if you co-parenting?
You co-parenting?
Yeah.
And y'all gotta have a meeting. Y'all gotta say, look, we need to.
That shit
make
don't
some
always
kind of-
work, Dorsey. Some couples just can't get it together, or some co-parents just can't get it together on that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, you know how when you get into a heated debate, you know how when.
no, I'm
especially
just
if it's
saying
a
like
boy.
that's a solution. That's kind of a solution that a lot of parents come across. My kids are too young to have phones anyway, but a solution a lot of parents come across is that, hey, look, I need to be talking to my kids. The woman or man might have a new significant other. They don't like you calling the phone to talk to the kids. They might feel something. So just to get bypass all of that, just get the kid a tablet or a phone to make it to where I can call them. That's where a lot of parents get to.
Yeah. Because why would you allow your child to be exposed to this world, man?
I'm just saying, no
Well, that's
shit.
like-
what would you do, Dorsey, if you and your say you had a baby mama right now, she not letting you talk to the kids, or she got a new man and he ain't comfortable with you calling, so they like, look, man, if you want to talk to the kids, just get them a phone. You can talk to them whenever, wherever. Just don't call this phone no more. What you gonna do?
I guess you're gonna have to go ahead and give your kid the phone if you
Right.
feel like that's necessary, right?
Right.
Okay, if you feel that it's necessary. Me, I would be like, well, look, I'll see my kids this weekend. Fuck that, right? And I can deliver my messages myself. You understand where I'm coming from? Because if you're an active dad, then you got weekend visits, right? Saying you owe that. So, especially if you're making them child support payments, right? So you owe visitation. So there's certain things that I don't want to expose my girl child, especially if it's your girl. I really want to have those type of things for her to be exposed to peer pressure and all that, and judgment of how she looks, or the color of her skin, or how straight her hair is, or the lack of hair, or any other buck tooth, or whatever. You know where I'm coming from? I don't want my child to be exposed to that. I want my child to remain a child for a minute.
Yeah,
And
see,
especially
that's
my
something
daughter.
to drip, like turning the phone in at 9 p.m. I remember my parents put me through that. I was switching the SIM card out though, but that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But yeah, Dorsey,
But
we
they
finna
smart
get into this
anyway.
clip,
They
man.
gonna get around it.
You got anything else you want to say to the chat, man? We finna get into this clip. I can't stay up too late tonight. I do got to be a dad
Okay.
in the morning.
To the chat, my name is Dorsey. I'm 63 years old. I was marching for civil rights since I was 5 years old. So can't none of you motherfuckers tell me about what I would do or what I wouldn't do. You ain't lived my motherfucking life. I went to Jackson State University on a full scholarship at 16. So don't come to me with that bullshit. And I joined the Marine Corps. So please don't come. You motherfuckers ain't never lived a life I had. Yeah, that's all I got to say, because, these motherfuckers think I'm playing with them, man. Let these niggas get to these 63, then you can tell me how the world is run. You ready, Flood? I'm good.
All right, now, Dorsey, we finna get into this Pierce Morgan and Tucker Carlson. We're going to watch a little bit of that.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, man. Yeah, let's get into a little bit of this Pierce Morgan and
Complete lie.
The bomb Iran. This week marks 24 years since 9/11, the deadliest terrorist attack in American history. For most of those 24 years, there's been no real dividing line over how most Americans interpret the horrific events of the day itself. But Tucker Carlson's about to release a documentary series with the tantalizing tagline, "It's time Americans learned what actually happened." And Tucker Carlson, founder of the Tucker Carlson Network, joins me now. Tucker, welcome back to Uncensored.
Piers, thanks for having me.
You're looking very sprightly, if I may say so.
Thank you. I think your intro is, you make a smart point that it is about trust. It's not a classic partisan division. And I'm really struck we spent the last 4 months looking into 9/11, reassessing the explanations we were given by the government for 9/11. And one of the things that really struck me was the viciousness with which anyone who questioned it, certainly in the first several years, was treated with. They were dismissed as crazy. By the way, I participated in that.
Yeah.
I attacked people who questioned 9/11, so I'm very culpable there. But there's a very simple way to dispel conspiracy theories to make people with dumb ideas look foolish, and that's by disclosing what actually happened. It's by telling the truth. It's through transparency that you gain trust. It's not, if you ask your children, where were you last night? I'm not going to tell you. Does that engender trust? Of course not. It destroys it. And so there's also a sense in which it's outrageous that the U.S. government could presume to hide from the people who own the country, the citizens, the truth about an event that changed the nation more than any other in our lifetimes, any since the Civil War. It's a completely different country.
My bad, Chad.
Since 9/11, millions of people died in the app.
My bad, Chad. I didn't mean to do that to y'all ears, but I was trying to get my camera back on. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get my camera back on. But we are 25 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Can y'all subscribe to the channel, man? Is my camera back right? Okay, I think I see myself.
Aftermath of 9/11. And so what exactly is the justification for not telling us what happened that day? And they haven't. Period.
Well, let me play a trailer from the series. Let's take a look at this.
The official story on 9/11 is a complete lie. The 9/11 report is a joke.
You have the CIA following two men all over the planet, and then eventually even to America, right? And you don't tell the FBI. 9/11 Commission cover.
So what did happen? What did the government know? What did foreign governments know? There was a cover-up. Why? It's been nearly 25 years. It is time Americans learned what actually happened.
It's a great trailer. What to you, though, Tucker,
What's up, Big Niche?
are the biggest lies perpetrated on the American people from 9/11?
Well, the core lie is the 9/11 Commission itself, which was an instrument, a political instrument of the Bush administration run by a guy called Philip Zelikow. And from beginning to end, he stage managed the explanation for 9/11 in a way that benefited the neoconservative factions within the Bush administration. The point was to leverage the pain and outrage of that day and use it to convince Americans that we ought to invade Iraq, which of course had nothing whatsoever to do with 9/11. And he wrote the commission report with that in mind. And by the way, he wrote it before the investigation took place. He literally sketched it out before they knew what the facts were. And then during the course of the investigation, he systematically, I'm not guessing, by the way, this is not a conspiracy theory, this is the test.
Hey, Drip, that's crazy, man. I'm sorry you had to go through that, Drip, man. My condolences, man. Again, thank you for your service, man. And I know you said that you saw that. That was crazy, Drip. That was crazy.
Of people who are directly involved in the commission, Chairman Tom Kaine, the former governor of New Jersey, Republican governor, he stage managed the entire thing and prevented investigators from looking into core questions. For example, the CIA was fully aware that many of the hijackers who committed 9/11 were in the United States. They had followed them, as the trailer suggests, around the world.
11 out of the 19 hijackers had visas for travel to the United States issued in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, at exactly the moment that John Brennan was the station chief for the CIA in Saudi Arabia. They knew that they were here. They didn't hide the fact that they were here. I mean, Khalid al-Mihdhar, who was a 26-year-old Saudi with the plane that hit the Pentagon, was in the San Diego phone book, and he was being followed by the CIA. I mean, this is all documented, and not just by the CIA, by foreign intel services, probably the British, possibly the French, definitely the Israelis. They knew. Now, I'm not alleging that they committed 9/11, but I am stating, because it's a fact, that they were aware the hijackers were in the U.S. and were planning a terror attack against the United States, and they never passed that information to the FBI, to local police, much less to the American public, and 3,000 people died as a result. So what is that? Huge parts of the 9/11.
Chad, I know I got the za bags and stuff back there, but sometimes I be wanting to, have like a little skyline. Should I get the skyline back here? You know what I'm saying? Like the little skyline. What should it be, man? Or do y'all like the za bags? You know what I'm saying? With the flag.
The story were left out of the commission report. For example, what happened in Building 7 is not only not next to the Twin...
I'm not getting no skyline, Chad. I was trolling.
...which were hit by airplanes, but had a building in between itself and those buildings collapsed that afternoon for reasons that no one has been able to explain since. You're not a lunatic for asking. There's no plausible explanation for how that building collapsed.
I'm not gonna lie. Who is that? Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan got the best studio right now, Chad. I'm telling you, man. Everybody else gonna have to step that game up, bro. Was that Sean Ryan that we watched the other day, man? Everybody got to step that game up, bro. Sean Ryan has the best studio right now.
Let's talk about that.
That's not even mentioned.
Well, let's talk about that for a moment,
Yes.
because it's one of the many things that have raged since. If you look into the investigation into Tower 7, the findings of the investigation into it were that the North Tower, when it came down, had set off a load of fires in...
You think I should get some live plants, Chris? What kind of live plants should I get? I don't need nothing that they're going to come try to knock on my door about, man. I should get a fern. I should get a nice fern plant in here, right?
Building 7. And it was a steel structure and shouldn't have gone down, but it did. That these fires burned all afternoon, and I think it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon or something. The tower eventually gave way to the welter of fires raging inside it. And it was the only time that had happened to a structure that was built in that way. However, there has been another tower very similar to that in structure, which has since gone down in Tehran. So it's no longer the only one. In other words, there is another example of a tower like that collapsing. So when it comes to...
Hey, that boy Piers Morgan got his top 2 buttons undone, man. He knew Tucker Carlson was coming on. He like, look, man, Tucker can't outdo me, man. It's the Piers Morgan show. I'm finna throw my blazer on, man. I'm finna unbutton not just the very tip top, but that one too. We gonna consider this one the first one. Pow, cause don't nobody button this one up. Pow. Then he wanna unbutton this one too. Pow. You know what I'm saying? Piers Morgan says shit. He's back and he's in full effect, man.
The specific theory about that. What is the alternative explanation? I mean, if you're examining another theory other than the one that the investigation concluded was simply that the North Tower came down, fires were set off in Tower 7, and then it eventually collapsed. What is the other theory which we should give more credence to?
I don't know. I don't know that the onus is on me or anyone who seeks the truth about what happened to come up with an alternative.
Oh, I was in 3rd grade when 9/11 happened, Chad. I remember like it was yesterday. I was in Gifted and Talented, so we had the little what do they call it? It's not like the main school, but it's the little buildings that they have, like the little what is it? They damn like storage units, damn near like the little makeshift buildings, like the little pop-up buildings when they're building a school or something that they had a little classrooms in. I was in one of those, man. And Gifted and Talented, they came on the intercom, said some shit. Next thing I know, school was letting out. My OG then was picking me up. They talking about the Twin Towers falling. What? I was in 3rd grade, Chad. I was 9.
The onus is on federal authorities to...
No, I wasn't even 9 yet. I was 8. If I was in 3rd grade, I was 8. Yeah, I was in 3rd grade. I was 8. Because, see, 3rd grade was on this side of the school, chat. 4th grade was on this side of the school, right? But the trailers, like Maddie said, that they had gifted and talented in was on the 4th grade side. So I'm trying to think, was I in 4th grade? Well, I was in 3rd. But I just know off the top of my mind, I remember being in 3rd grade. But I was just in that classroom.
Explain why, for example, they never investigated it. Why, for example, the rubble and the steel from that building was carted off within hours and sent out of the country to Asia. Why, for example, an analysis done not by kooks, but by chemists found traces of explosive material in the dust from that day. Why structural engineers who have kind of no skin in this game came to the conclusion that that just couldn't happen based on all of it.
What happened to me on 9/11 in 2008, Gerald? 2008. I was in the 9th grade. So September 11th, 2008. School has started. If it was a weekday, I was either at practice probably for the 9th grade football team, or it was a game day. So you wanted to know what I was doing on September 11th, 2008. It's probably at school or practicing.
Available evidence, and that none of that is addressed at all or even mentioned in the 9/11 report. So, and there are all kinds of anomalies, as I know that you're fully aware, and there are possible explanations to.
That's what the hell they call Lala. They call portables. We was in the portable.
Explain all of them. For example, the BBC report on air saying the building had fallen when it hadn't fallen yet. There are all sorts of reasons to wonder, like, what the hell is this? But it's not incumbent on us to provide explanation. It's incumbent on the people running the government and running the supposed investigation into this to tell us, like, what was that? And
I have a very open mind. The reason I'm interested to watch your documentary series, I have a genuinely open mind, and actually, I would say it's been more opened generally about this kind of thing since the COVID pandemic. That I was too, I think, credulous about what the authorities were saying through the pandemic to my detriment. You and I have had this conversation. So I'm actually have a very open mind about this. I mean, on the specifics, for example, the BBC report you mentioned was based on a false Reuters report that they retracted soon afterwards and said it shouldn't have gone out. And the building, you could see the building behind the BBC journal. So it was obviously ludicrous. CNN did the same thing. But having been in the news game as you do,
that's what I'm trying to figure out, chat. How the fuck was they hijacking the plane? Oh, y'all gotta remember, chat, I wasn't that old, so after 9/11, that's when TSA got all strict and shit. I believe that's what y'all tell me. Cause I'm sitting here wondering, like, how the fuck they take over the plane? Like, they just went up there, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the hell did they take over the plane? With what? With what?
You have on big breaking news stories, fog of war stuff happens, and if it was a genuine error by Reuters, okay. I remember, for example, just as a comparison, I remember being on air at CNN when the hurricane came through. Hurricanes.
Somebody tell me what they hijacked the planes with. Like, tell me, somebody, you said guns. So this was before, 9/11. So guns, you could just get guns on the plane easy like that? Box cutters? Drones? Man, listen, I'm trying to figure out how they hijacked the plane. I was under the assumption, because y'all know I'm young, Chad. I was under the assumption they stole a plane and shit. When I was young, I was under the assumption they stole a plane. Oh, they had box cutters. Oh, yeah, they was going to do something with them box cutters, too. They was going to do something.
Sandy burst through Manhattan. If you were probably at Fox then, I think. But if you remember, half the lights went out in Manhattan. And I remember a report coming from CNN that the stock exchange was underwater. And that had an immediate impact on global markets. And it turned out that was a false report. So these things can happen. U.S. national debt is more.
So y'all said the box cutters, your bag wasn't searched back then. The cockpit wasn't secure. That's crazy. That's crazy. A lot of things about air travel changed after 9/11. Yeah, that's what they were telling me. Because y'all got to remember, chat, 9/11 happened. I was young. I was born in 92. So in 3rd grade, I was like 9 when that shit happened.
Was it a gigantic cock-up that after Bin Laden had already had one go at the World Trade Center?
I had to be. If it was September, my birthday, yeah.
That there was just not a collective effort by the CIA, by FBI, by other intelligence agencies around the world to stop him succeeding with a second attempt. So is it cock-up, or do you think there is merit to suggestion that some people somewhere must have known more than we've been told?
Well, we know that people did know more than we've been told. I mean, somebody shorted the airlines and a bunch of the banks that were affected. Now, this is not a conspiracy theory. It's not a guess. This is publicly available information. Now, the FBI found out the identity of the person or institution that shorted these events on 9/11 and made a huge amount of money by doing that, but never released that information. So why can't we know who clearly had foreknowledge? I mean, if you're shorting American Airlines a week before.
I see what you're talking about, bro, but I'm trying to get some first-hand experience. I'm telling you, I could have Googled it. I mean, I'm right here. I'm on a laptop, bro. I Google shit all the time. No, I could have Googled it, but I want some experience. I'm telling y'all, like, my experience is being born in the year I was born in and flying. I never knew a time where you could fly. I never experienced, let me say it like that, I never experienced a time where you could fly with a penknife and a 3.5-inch blade. I never experienced that. It's foreign to me.
9/11, when no one knows it's coming, I think you should have to explain why you did that. And if you're shorting Barclays and banks that were affected by 9/11, why can't we know who you are? These are public markets, by the way. This is not private equity. This is publicly traded equities. So I wonder about that. So clearly, yes, there was foreknowledge. By the way, there was a team, this is according to the FBI, by the way, this is the FBI saying, there was a team of clearly intel-connected foreigners who were arrested after 9/11, as you well know, videotaping the terror attacks. This is, I'm almost verbatim quoting from the FBI assessment of this. And the FBI determined that they apparently had foreknowledge of the attacks. So why can't we know more about that? Exactly. Shut up! That's bigoted. No, this is my country, actually. I know people who died on 9/11. Everything was changed because of it. I promptly went off to the Middle East.
No, what's crazy, seeing, welcome back. No, what's crazy is seeing my analytics say that like 30% of my viewers are 64 and older. Nobody under 24 watches me. Majority of my viewers are, between 30 and 65 and older.
Just like everyone else in our business, I'm sure you did as well. And then we lost our civil liberties at home. We immediately started torturing people and locking up people for years. They are still locked up in Guantanamo Bay with no charges at all. And the rest of us, very much me included, nodded our heads and like, yeah, they're bad. They're Muslim terrorists. Now, I think a lot of them were bad, and they were Muslim terrorists. On the other hand, if your government is allowed to torture people and lock them up indefinitely without charging them, how long before they do that to you? We don't do that here. And I know it's very common in the UK now, which is an authoritarian country. We don't want that here. And 9/11 dramatically changed our assumptions about what the government is allowed to do. So, and by the way, I should say, the main beneficiary in the United States of those attacks was the CIA, which allowed them to happen. So the CIA budget became, more than doubled. Of course, we're not allowed to know what the CIA budget is, even in government. This is a fact, by the way. If you ask a high-level official at the White House currently, what's the CIA's full budget? They can't tell you. It is a secret that is so closely guarded that even people in charge of administering the government don't know what their budget is. But from what we can tell, it's more than twice what it was before now.
Okay, but what you're suggesting with your phraseology about that is that the CIA part of a kind of inside track knowledge about what may happen. which is obviously an incredibly serious
No, I'm not
charge.
suggesting that. I'm not suggesting that. I'm stating the facts, which are that the CIA was fully aware that many of these hijackers were here, that those visas were issued in a country with which we have very close security service cooperation at a time when John Brennan was running a station there.
But that's different
and
to saying that they knew what was going to happen.
Whereabouts? Well, they actually did know that these people were planning a terror attack because they surveilled a meeting planning it in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, a year before, and then followed the guy as he came to the United States and arrived in San Diego for flight training. So, again, I'm not guessing about any of this. These are established facts. There's no person, including then CIA Director George Tenet, who would deny this. They'll say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Okay, fine, whatever, attack my character as you will, but tell me how I'm wrong, and of course I'm not wrong. So
Well,
I'm
all I would
alleging or
say,
suggesting
I'm
anything.
not
stating
saying you're
what we
right
know.
or wrong or anything. All I'm saying is that from everything you're saying, it is a leap. It is a leap. There is a demonstrable difference, I would argue, and by all means push back on this, but I would argue that there's a demonstrable leap between knowledge of bad people moving around and maybe monitoring them and aware they may be up to bad things, but actually having coherent, clear knowledge in advance that they were planning the attack using planes on the World Trade Center.
I understand. You're saying that intent matters, and I would not. Of course, I would not dispute that. Intent does matter. It matters under the law, and it matters morally. Did you mean to do it? Yes, that matters. However, it doesn't matter.
I think they're talking about 9/11 right now because Tucker has a documentary that's about to air, covering 9/11, doing a full breakdown. But he is about to talk about Trump and some other things during this interview. I think they just opened up with 9/11 so Tucker could promote his documentary.
As we pretend that it does. If I pull up to a casino and leave my toddler in the back of the car with the windows up and just kind of forget, and the kid dies, do you say, oh, you didn't mean to kill your own child? No, you'd say through your negligence, your child died.
Yes.
It's a murder. Now, it's not a first-degree murder, but it's certainly at least a manslaughter.
It's certainly
And
severe negligence. I agree with that.
We
and
know.
I do, and I agree with you.
That is a kind of murder.
Yeah, listen, I don't think there's any doubt that there was massive negligence when it came to 9/11 happening on the watch.
Thank you, Lala, for the floating heart. Y'all give Lala some flames on that floating heart. Thank you, Lala, for your continued support.
Of whoever was running the U.S. government at the time, the CIA, the FBI, all of them. No one can credibly say that what happened was not a catastrophic failure of intelligence, because I've always assumed there must be some guys at the Pentagon in a room whose only job it is to think the unthinkable. And it's not that difficult to think that one day somebody may hijack a plane and use it as a weapon.
Hold on, chat. Can we get to 100 likes right quick? We're like 6 likes away from 100 likes, and we're about 22 subscribers away from the next sub goal, man. Can we get to 100 likes, and can we get that sub goal, man? We go live every single day. We're talking entertainment, politics, and current events. I appreciate every one of you for your continued support.
Right? It's not that when you've got fundamentalists prepared to kill themselves as they kill people, doing it using a plane did not seem to me to be that unthinkable, and yet nobody seemed to have thought that through.
Well, the U.S. government had war-gamed that. Of course. Look, I mean, that was, of course, a possibility in the minds of the people whose job it is to protect the United States from it happening. They war-gamed that. They took bin Laden very seriously. We interviewed members of the bin Laden station, CIA bin Laden station, who I think are patriotic, decent people who really wanted to prevent a terror attack. But there are also elements of the CIA which does not act as, a coherent body. It's a vast, sprawling organization. There's not a single person at CIA who understands everything that's happening at CIA at any given time because it's compartmentalized. That's the nature of it. And so there were people at CIA, and I would say John Brennan clearly one of them, who understood that these terrorists, these hijackers, planned to commit violence against Americans in the United States, and they did nothing about it. Now, you can draw your own conclusions about that. In fact, they abetted it. They helped the hijackers get here. Fact. And so you can argue about why, but the truth is it's incumbent on them to tell us why. We had a fake investigation. George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, Philip Zelikow participated in hiding the truth from the public. Again, I voted for them. It's not a partisan point. That is a fact. We know it now. And why isn't there a 9/11, an actual 9/11 commission dedicated to finding out what happened. And the truth is, not only is there not, but even right now, as we speak, the CIA is effectively refusing to release information that they have from 24 years ago. And why? What is the answer? I don't know, but they should be forced at gunpoint to divulge this. Because
it reminds me, it reminds me of the JFK files, of the RFK files, of the Martin Luther King files, of the Epstein files. Time and again, we are believe we're all going to find out exactly what went on, and then we don't. So that there is clearly behind the scenes a high level
of
government machinery, a concerted effort, and there has been for many, many decades to prevent the American people and the wider world, but the American people, I think, from knowing the full story about any of those things. Today's show is brought to you by Oxford Natural, makers of the Optimum Day.
Well, especially in the case of the Kennedy files, which have been the subject of a bunch of federal laws passed by Congress that demand disclosure. The president, current president, on January 23rd, issued an executive order saying release it all, and they haven't. So why is that? Is it to protect the CIA, actually? Who was the CIA director in 1963? John McCone. How many people know that? How many people care? Nobody. So is it to really protect an agency? 60-odd years later? I don't think it is. Or maybe it is. I don't know. All I know, and this is a statement of fact, that they are not releasing relevant information that pertains to that event. That's like the murder of a sitting U.S. president.
Yeah.
And by the way, a whole lot of other things. I mean, the UAP, you can just go on forever. And the cumulative effect, it bears on what you said in your smart intro, I think, is that at a certain point, people understand it's not a democracy, that people do not rule. They actually have no relevant input into how the government operates. It's not operating for their benefit. And they either become one of two things: cynical and resigned, non-participatory, I give up, give me some fentanyl, or they become revolutionary. And both are really bad. Both make a stable future impossible. And so the only remedy is disclosure. And I have to say, at this point, because they've been so resistant to it, I don't know why we have a CIA. It's the most important, significant player in...
Show of Life, thank you for the $5 super chat. Show of Life, y'all give Show of Life some likes on that super chat, man. Thank you, Show of Life, for your support. I hope everybody's having a good night. Double tap the screen, shut a live out. We are 22 subscribers away from the next sub goal. Let me get back into it because I'm actually interested.
Single significant player in global affairs. It's not controlled by anybody. It's not democratically controlled. Again, we don't know the budget. Fact alone prevents this country from being a real place. So why do we have it? We need intel gathering, of course. You need some sort of probably paramilitary force, I guess. You could have that. We have a DOD. Why is it run out of CIA? Why does that still...
We do not have a DOD anymore. It's the DOW.
Exist. No one is willing to answer that question because they're afraid. And the truth is, if the president of the United States is murdered and everyone believes that the CIA played a role in it, probably lots of players there, but CIA was clearly one of them, the Counterintel Division clearly played a role and lied about it, then every subsequent U.S. president lives with that hanging over his head.
Well, also,
we've had guardrails. You cross over them and you could get killed.
Right. Well, we've had with Donald Trump, there were 2 attempts on his life in the run-up to the last election.
That's correct.
One was this young kid who appeared to have absolutely nothing on his files whatsoever. We seem to know nothing about this person. He just somehow existed in a total vacuum of any information. And the second guy, a few weeks later, was able to sit in a bush for 12 hours preparing to assassinate Donald Trump if he'd walked up about 500 yards up a golf course to where he was waiting by one of the greens. And I found that deeply unsettling because you would have thought that Trump by then would be the most protected human being in history, having just survived an assassination attempt. Both of those cases raise all sorts of questions which we just don't know the answers to. And that's happened in the last year.
I don't know, and I can't say this definitively, but my strong impression is that, people at the top levels of government don't know the answers, right? So
right. Including
that
Donald Trump,
paints a pretty. I think that's right, but I don't know. But But the picture that emerges is very clear and everyone can see it, which is a government that is not controlled by the voters or even the people the voters elect to control the government. It's controlled independently by the people who staff it and other aligned interests, not all of them Americans. So that is not a picture of democracy or even of oligarchy. It's a picture of something much darker than that. And people who point it out are roundly attacked and criticized, and their children are attacked. I mean, anyone who's done this knows the consequences of doing it, but it doesn't make it any less true, actually. You can attack me all you want, don't really care. Why don't you answer the question, how does this work? And why can't I know? And if I can't know, who has greater authority than I do as a taxpayer and a citizen? What you're really revealing is that the system itself is utterly fake. Okay, I guess everyone knows that now, but what are the consequences of knowing that? The consequences of knowing that are dire and scary. So I think at this very late date, we should try to fix it. And the only way to fix it is by telling people the truth and reading them in, as they say in Washington. Read me in to what my government is doing with my money in my name. And if you won't do that, then at a certain point, like, how is it not justified to try to replace the government? Like, that actually is tyranny. What's the other definition of tyranny? I don't, so they're really playing with fire. I don't want revolution. I can't stand violence. Civil war is the worst thing that could ever happen. I'm not calling for any of that. I'm merely saying that's going to happen at some point. Don't make good on the core promise, which is it's your country. It exists for your benefit. You have a right to know relevant things. You can't just be dismissed with the back of the hand and called names. Keep that shit up, and it will get really ugly. That's my
in your series. Do you dispel some of the sort of madder conspiracy theories? And I'll give an example, which you may or may not agree with me as mad, but there's been a raging conspiracy theory ignited again by what's happened in Gaza, that Israel was somehow implicated in 9/11. It was in their interests for that to happen because then it would lead to rage against all their enemies in the Middle East and so on. And yet, of course, if you look at the people who died, at least I think 110 or more people who died that day were known to be Jewish. It is estimated maybe another 80 were Jewish, which meant that about 10% of all the victims that day were likely to have been Jewish, which would seem to dispel the suggestion this was some Jewish thing that they had been involved with. But do you tackle that kind of conspiracy theory in the series? In other words, as well as exploring stuff that you think needs to be highlighted and exposed and we need to know more about, do you also dispel stuff which has been allowed to rage around for maybe 25 years now and kill that off?
Well, it hasn't so much been allowed, it's actually been greatly discouraged. I don't repeat every theory about it. They're endless, and I don't really see the point in elevating things that we can't know are true. I would say the effect on me was to make me more suspicious, actually. And again, we didn't interview people who gather their information about 9/11 from the internet. We interviewed only people who are directly involved in the events and the subsequent events. So government officials. So it was almost exclusively government officials. And during the course of that experience, I became more prone to believe that this is really, really bad. This is super bad. And as to the question that you asked specifically about Israel, no, of course I didn't allege that, the Jews did it. I don't even know what that means. I think, in fact, saying things like that is a way to discredit, like Benjamin Netanyahu on camera right after said this is a good thing because it brings the United States into a conflict that we've been involved in on an existential level for decades. He said that out loud. I'm not guessing, you can pull the tape. We know that a group of Israeli art students, who clearly were not art students, clearly some of them were aligned with Israeli intelligence, were arrested and held for quite some time in the United States before being released without charges. And we know that a group of them, again, I'm quoting an FBI document here, not the internet, filmed the attacks on 9/11, and I'm quoting, seemed to have foreknowledge of those attacks. Now, you were not allowed to follow up in any of this. Fox News did a series with Britt Hume and Carl Cameron, which many people have seen in a bootleg version on the internet, but they did it like within weeks, saying, what is this? There was an Israeli spy ring in the United States, and they clearly knew 9/11 was coming. This is Fox News. They pulled that under pressure. They pulled that off the internet. It's not searchable in any Fox News archive, but they aired it. I know the people who did it. Of course, I worked with them for years. They're real people. They're not crazy, and in fact, they're pro-Israel, but they had a fact set before them, and they reported it, which is called journalism, and subsequent nations have been forbidden from noting what is now factually true. Those are factually true statements. Now, we tried to interview some of those people. One lives in the United States, in California, and made no headway whatsoever. And we knew as we did it, by the way, that we're going to be attacked as anti-Semites or something.
Hello and welcome. We begin with some breaking news. Woke is dead. The war on common sense is officially over. Cancelled celebrities are emerging from Twitter jail. Virtue signaling has been outlawed under punishment of mass ridicule. And we are finally free to call a spade a spade. So what was the cause of death? How did the silenced majority finally win? And what exactly is going to take its place? Woke is dead is my definitive story on the rise and fall of woke, as well as the common sense heroes and PC villains who have dominated news and culture across 10 years of madness. It's also my personal roadmap back to a less divided world. A world where we can agree to disagree, where debate triumphs over censorship, and where common sense is king. You will be shocked by how much you agree with me.
I'm not an anti-Semite, obviously. I'm not even anti-Israel on some principled level. I'm an American, and I think it's not only fair, but my moral obligation to find out what the hell was this. And you're calling me names is not going to stop me, because whole life, and my family's been here a long time. I don't have to take orders from you about what I'm allowed to know or not know, because it's my country. That's the kind of democratic spirit that informed this country my entire life until 9/11, after which it became a thought crime to ask obvious questions. And I'm just not going to play along, period.
Where do you think we are, Tucker, with the various things that have happened since you and I last spoke in Riyadh, actually, for a really interesting double-header chat? But in particular, what happened with Iran, where Donald Trump decided to attack Iran. What did you feel about that? Given that it ended so apparently quickly, do you think Trump was vindicated in his short, sharp strategy there by bombing Iran? Or do you think that this will come back and haunt him down the line?
Well, of course I can't say. I mean, my life is a kind of unbroken chain of bad predictions and embarrassing analysis, and I've been wrong so many times, and I will be in the future without question. However, it's just a fact that events have consequences that we can't foresee, often for years or generations, and I think it's very unwise to use military force without a clear, achievable objective that serves the American national interest. In fact, it's not allowed to use it under any other circumstances. And in that case, I was concerned and remain concerned that this focus on Iran is not actually connected to our national security. How many Shiite terror attacks have there been in the United States in my lifetime? Let me do the math. 0. So don't tell me that the greatest threat we face is Iran. That's a lie. You're telling it on behalf of a foreign power. Maybe they feel the greatest threat they face is Iran. It's not the greatest threat we face. It's not an endorsement of Iran, okay? Doesn't make me a simp for the Shiites. It just makes me an American who's trying to think clearly about what our problems are. And our problems would include tens of millions of foreign nationals living illegally in my country. Nobody knows their identities. They would include a collapsing economy that makes it very hard for my children to have children and live the life that they grew up with, and their friends and all American kids. It would include a drug crisis that's killed millions of Americans over the past 20 millions of Americans over the last 20 years. Iran is not even on the top 10 list. So you can scream at me all you want and call me names and call me a bigot or whatever, but there's no evidence to support that. And so if the energy of the U.S. government is focused on a threat that's not the primary threat to us, it is by definition ignoring threats that are. And that's a kind of negligence. And so I pointed that out. I was, roundly attacked. My family was attacked. Whatever. I don't care. It's true. And everyone kind of knows it's true. And being bullied by Ben Shapiro into pretending that it's not true, it's just not on the program for me at 56. I'm just not doing that anymore.
President Trump told reporters at the time that you had called him and apologized after you disagreed with the Israeli strikes on Iran. Is that true?
I am a champion apologizer. I really believe in apologies. I have a lot to apologize for. I always have. We all do. I certainly do. But I also think that, you shouldn't proffer a false apology. You should apologize for things that you did wrong, and I didn't do anything wrong there. And I wasn't attacking anybody. I wasn't attacking Israel. I wasn't attacking. I wasn't attacking. I was merely saying, in my capacity as someone with strong opinions, I think this is an unwise course. And I still think that. It's not an attack on Trump, who I voted for and campaigned for and really like. It's my view. And so that's not something I would apologize for because it wasn't wrong. It was my duty, and I still believe it. So yeah.
that seems to be a clear repudiation of what he said, that you did not call him to apologize.
No, it's not that. It's just that, look.
Somebody lying. Tucker, either you called and apologized to Trump or you didn't. Man, I guess Tucker saying I talked to Trump, but I ain't apologized. Trump saying I talked to Tucker, he apologized. Tucker saying shit. Well, let's hear what he's saying.
What I said, which wasn't, very complex or sophisticated, and it certainly wasn't hate-filled. I don't think this is a wise course. I would never apologize for that because I believe it. I will just be totally honest with you and say, I'm an unpleasant person when I get mad, and if I'm ever rude, which I often have been to people, that is worth apologizing for, and I'm sorry. I want to preemptively apologize for being a jerk because I often am. So I would definitely apologize that. To answer your question, I don't really remember the conversation, but whatever.
Could it have been?
So he's saying he did talk to Trump, but he's saying he didn't apologize. Man, look, chat. We finna get up out of here, chat. I will be back live most likely in the morning. I probably will be live in the morning, man. And we'll rock out. I like those morning episodes. I wasn't gonna go live tonight, but I was like, yeah, let me get on the night crew. Let me pull up on the night crew, like we do. But yeah, chat. I'm gonna see y'all in the morning because I gotta wake up and be a dad, man. Double tap the screen on your way out. Be sure to share this video far and wide. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We go live every single day over here. Most days twice a day. Yeah, had a good night, chat.